So,
Right.
guys, first of all, that I just need couple of minutes to just introduce you.
Sure,
So,
sure.
guys, we have Dr. Anjali Sharma. So she will be taking care of a short session with to tell us about the importance of staying healthy while at home. And she comes up with 18 plus years of wide experience, and she's the founder of Shruti Naturopathy Clinic. And she works on a vision of giving a lifestyle correction and relieving of many diseases with the help of naturopathy. And she has come up with a vision, and with a very bright vision of in this like ecosystem, like wherein naturopathy on its mains, wherein like कुछ people are, लोग आज की डेट में एलोपैथी बहुत सारी चीजें कर रहे हैं, बट नेचुरोपैथी लोग आज की डेट में बहुत कम यूज कर रहे हैं. सो आज की डेट में डॉक्टर अंजलि शर्मा विल बी रिप्रेजेंटिंग एंड विल बी मेकिंग एन अवेयरनेस कि हम लोग नेचुरोपैथी के यूज से क्या क्या कर सकते हैं. So and she also has an YouTube channel. So Doctor, by the name of Dr. Anjali Sharma. I'll share that after this session, and along with the जो हमारा internal broadcaster email है. So ma'am, over to you.
Right, right, great. So right now it's one good advantage that Corona has given us in this whole era of this past 6 months. So one good thing is we are all now talking about our health. So we had all kind of forgotten that we have to take care of ourselves. So that has become a very important topic, and I'm very happy that Ansh has invited me here today because it's very important for all of us to stay healthy. It's not just now because we are working at home. Yes, of course, because we are working at home, but forever. So always, for what we all have understood, so now thankfully we have to tell very less, but now in past 6 months we all would have understood how our lifestyle used to be, how we never had time for ourselves, how we never had time for our health, for our food. So half the time we never took care, we never even looked into our plate, you know, what we are having. So it's very good that at least now people have realized that yes, the basics were so important, are so important. So that's why we are talking about importance of staying healthy today. Okay, and when we talk of staying healthy, it's very important to talk about our lifestyle. Yeah, so our lifestyle is everything to do with us, with our health, with our diseases that come up, with our weight, with everything else, right? So we are going to talk about our lifestyle most importantly because it's the most important thing for us to keep healthy. So Ansh, can we have the presentation?
Yes, yes. So anyone, if you could just like write down in the comment section that are you able to see, क्या आप प्रेजेंटेशन का फर्स्ट पेज देख पा रहे हैं? ओके,
Yeah.
ग्रेट ग्रेट ग्रेट. थैंक यू सौरभ, थैंक यू रितु, अभिषेक, श्रेया, विजय. थैंक यू. Yes ma'am, you can start.
Okay, great. So, of course, this is about me. This is myself. So, in a very brief thing, the reason even why I joined naturopathy was I wanted to be a doctor. Of course, that was a dream which I had as a childhood. But I also wanted to be a doctor who treats the patients. Who heals the patients. तो जैसे हमारे रेगुलर डॉक्टर्स की जैसे आई डिडंट वांट टू बी वन ऑफ देम, यू जस्ट गिव अ प्रिस्क्रिप्शन एंड देन यू फॉरगेट योर पेशेंट. So that was my good thing that I came across a naturopathy college, and so I did this. And of course it begins from myself, so it had a huge change on my lifestyle, it had a huge change on my health and what I am today. I'm sure at 40, people have a lot of issues, so I'm very happy that things have been good that way. So can we go through the next slide?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Mm, okay, so this is the section. Just Yeah, here you go.
Okay. So, okay. So when we say lifestyle, in our Desi language, we used to always talk about something called a dincharya. It's the timetable of our life, which is very important for staying healthy. So you can do the next slide also. Yeah. So when we
Mm,
talk of before starting of what is a dincharya, so what is the human body that we all understand of? So what we always only understand of a human body is what we are seeing, the cells, the organs, the bones, the muscles. This is what we can see. But our human body is not just that, right? And of course, like we all have bosses in our office, we all have a system in place which keeps a track of all the things. Similarly, our body also has a rhythm, it has a cycle and it has a regulation for itself. So that is very important. So when we lose that regulation is when we all go haywire, okay? And so we mostly lose that whole thing. We are very always confident कि our body will be with us forever. Okay, पर हम ये भूल जाते हैं कि our body also needs time, or body also needs importance. It needs servicing, and it needs, you have to give every organ, every part of your body what it needs, right? So the next slide.
uh,
Okay.
hmm,
So how does our body function more or less? Okay, so I'm not talking of what we always talk of, the blood vessels, the nervous system, the brain, everything else is different. But like all of us do, we all run कि 9 बज गए ऑफिस में लॉगिन करना है, 9 बज गए डिनर खाना है. So similarly, हमारी body, our body works by a rhythm which we call circadian rhythm. Okay, so you all can even read more about it. So it's a basic clock by which a body is running constantly, and this is very similar to what we can say is the sun, right? So our body, when the sun raises, our body works along with that. So when the sun is on the peak, all our body functions are on the peak. As the sun goes down, our body goes down, all our functions go down, and we sleep, right? So the very fact that we sleep in the night, now nobody has commanded that, but that is what happens. We all kind of get tired in the night and we sleep. We all feel sleepy in the night. No? Nobody really can, unless you have, of course, a work cycle which makes you work all night and sleep in the day. But more or less, this is how our body functions. So, for a very simple example, we do all our blood tests in the morning, right? So, the very reason why do we do a blood test in the morning? Because हमारा body, all our hormones, all our body functions go according to that. So that's the reason we do everything in the morning. So if we are going very perfectly according to this rhythm that the body wants us to function at, we have a very healthy heart, we will have a proper weight control, weight balance, very, very good immunity, very good hormone levels, very good digestion, and of course, most importantly, that we all need is you will be very alert. You will be very sharp. You will have, your brain health will be so good that you can do lots of things according to that. So, maybe unknowingly also, that's how you all plan, right? So you have some of the most important meetings which are placed somewhere between 11 o'clock to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you know not those winding up meetings, but the most important decisive meetings are somewhere in the afternoon, right? So because that's the peak time that we can work at. Okay, so the next slide. So this rhythm is something, if we can follow, so this will decide when we are supposed to eat and what we are supposed to eat, when is the best time to exercise, what time, of course, is the best time to wake up, and of course, is the best time to sleep. Okay, so as so very easy to understand is as the sun is on the peak is how you are supposed to place your meal. So the heaviest starts from morning, coming to the afternoon, and after the afternoon is how your food should go on the lighter side. So unfortunately, we are all those 2020 people. So I, for some wonderful reasons, we have dinner parties always, and we always plan to, whenever we order food or we plan to do anything, we do it in the nights for some reason. But that is the biggest lifestyle mistake that we are making. So that's very important. So why not have lunch parties? Of course, alcohol is also a part and parcel of the party, but uh, that's good. So lunch parties will make you drink less also, right? So
Yes, of course.
let's go to the next slide.
Uh,
So in very simple way, uh, five most important things we need to be healthy. Okay. Now more because you're working from home. So remember when we were in offices, it was much more easier because we would get up for a cup of tea. We would get up to go and walk down to the washroom. You would, get up and do so many things. But now you don't get up. You're on the table, and half the time you're very lazy. And whomever we see in front of us, that please pass a glass of water, please pass that from there. So now we've become like couch potatoes. We just don't want to get up, you know. So the five most important things that we need, according to naturopathy, to be healthy. Because the first most important thing is the diet. Okay, so you are what you eat. It's very important, right? शेर शेर है क्योंकि वो वही खाता है, right? So हाथी is a शांत and cool, cute look, what do you say, animal. Guy is the mata. That's because what she eats, right? So that's a very important, simple way to remember you are what you're going to eat. Okay. What we're going to eat is going to be discussed after that. Then it's very important to have some form of exercise. Okay. So there's nothing like you have to do yoga. Okay. So not very important क्योंकि the trend is कि अब सब योगा कर रहे हैं तो हम भी योगा करेंगे. फिर एक ट्रेंड आया था बीच में जब सब लोग जिम जा रहे थे. So it was nothing else but a symbol. And जिम में हम करते कुछ नहीं थे. We were enrolled half the time only for the heck of it. But forgetting all that, it's very important to move, to exercise. Okay, so muscles are a part of our body, bones are a part of our body, and they all want to move. They are made for moving, so we have to use them that way. Yeah. So talking of naturopathy, we have a few treatments that we use. Of course, we use diet as a major medicine. We use yoga and exercises as a major medicine. But if there are some issues we still cannot handle, so for that we have a few treatments. Very easy. We use all the natural resources like water, mud, the sunlight, the colors in the sun's rays, all of that. And the most importantly, that we all need to give ourselves is a positive reinforcement. So, like you have, the bonus worker of the month, and like you have yearly annual raise and appraisal.
yes, R&R employee of the month, star of the month. We have multiple activities which goes up.
Yeah. So, but what about a body? We forget about them. So, you need that one kick for your body. You need that one thing. Nothing else. Maybe you can just, give an informal call to your colleague and say, "Hey, you did wonderful." So that's one thing. You can do it to your kids. You can do it to your siblings. Maybe you've not even seen their work, but you need a positive reinforcement. So
Of course, right.
then that's something we'll talk more about. And after all this, you need to sleep wonderfully, right? To the next slide.
Mm, yes, doing it. There you go.
Okay. Yeah. So again, the diet part. So we were talking of diet. So we all hear so much keto diet, intermittent fasting, ye karo, wo karo, whatever all that means. But what is important to stay healthy, though it is in the last number, but first thing is your water. Okay, so 70% of your body is your water. When we talk of, pani bachao, world khatam ho jayega, so please think about your body also. So we need water. Okay, water is a very important factor in your body. So you need a lot of water, 2 to 3 liters, the most ideal amount of water over the whole day. Okay, you need proteins for your muscles, for your bones, for your body, and proteins is like your daily साफ सफाई वाला कूड़े वाला जो आता है चीजें ठीक करता है और फिर चला जाता है, so is the antioxidants and the fibrous things that you have in your food. So they also come clean up day to day. You don't know. For example, your skin is the biggest protector, just in case you don't know that. So they are like our soldiers whom we can't see, but they're doing so much of work. Okay. So trust me, the skin has kept you, by far everybody safe from corona, from pollution. We keep talking of AQIs, but ये skin आपको कुछ पता नहीं चलने देता. So this skin is very important and it needs lots of antioxidants. Okay, it needs lot of saaf safai walas. So that is antioxidants which comes from your foods and it comes mostly from your raw food. So eat lots of raw foods that you can. Every vegetable, every fruit, everything is best when taken raw. Okay. Then you need a lot of lubrication. So you get that from dry fruits, you get that from omega 3s. So for people who eat non-veg, you get it from fish. These are very important, trust me. So हम पता नहीं क्यों आजकल सब लोग सुन के घी खाना बंद कर चुके हैं, but it's also a very important part of their life. So lubrication is very important.
घी
आपकी
वाक़ई में लुब्रिकेशन का बहुत अच्छा काम करता है और अगर देसी घी हो तो और ज़्यादा अच्छा काम
बहुत अच्छा, अगर आप उसको
करता
वापस
है।
घर में बनाना सीख सकते हो, आई एम श्योर आप सब लोग सीख गए होंगे इतने दिनों में, वी हैव फॉरगॉटन व्हाट आवर मॉम्स टॉट अस, बट अब सब याद आ गए होंगे, सारे लेसन्स बाहर आ गए होंगे, आई एम श्योर.
राइट, राइट।
And so is vitamin. So we all keep reading. अब तो हर बच्चा बच्चा बता सकता है कि विटामिन डी किसमें होता है, विटामिन सी किसमें होता है, ए किसमें होता है, सबको पता है. बट प्लीज विटामिन डी को मत भूलो आप. सो
हाँ जी,
as much as possible try to step out in the hot sun. अभी तो आप घर से काम कर रहे हो, so if your balcony has sunlight, please take your laptop and sit in the sunlight. So okay.
अभी थोड़ा और ठंडा हो जाएगा तो शायद और अच्छा लगने लगेगा।
हाँ, इट
अभी
इज़ मोर
बिल्कुल
नाइस.
जैसा
हाँ,
लग
वही
रहा है।
एक अच्छा सा एक छाता रख लो अपने लिए एंड keep your head protected, but you can keep your body exposed to the sunlight. So make
राइट,
a nice cute corner, working corner for yourself.
श्योर,
Yeah. So the
राइट।
next slide.
अ,
हाँ, so एक्सरसाइज सारी दुनिया बोलते रहती है एक्सरसाइज करो, है ना. जिम में तो आप जाओगे तो एक बड़ा सा lavish you have a routine, okay, but trust me, nothing like a simple walk. Just walk as much as you can for whatever reason you want to, whatever work you have, just walk for it. You cannot replace any form of exercise, any kind of gym equipment cannot replace a advantage what a walk would give you. Okay, so trust me, walk is not just for your muscles, your body, your weight control. It's also for your brain, for your mind. Okay, because when you're walking. Okay, and you're observing your nature, you're observing everything, you're so alert, and you have sounds, you have everything coming to you, so your brain is getting a positive stimulation. So walking is very important. Now that we are working from home and we don't get up from our chairs, so it's a very easy golden rule. Every 2 hours, तो आप अपने डे में ऑड नंबर्स रख लो या इवन नंबर्स रख लो जो आपको पसंद है. जैसे 9 बजे, 11 बजे, ठीक है, 1 बजे, 3 बजे, 5 बजे. So just get up every 2 hours and walk in your house for 5 to 10 minutes. Just spend that complete 5 to 10 minutes. So possibly what you can do is keep all the discussions that you want to do for that end of that hour. and do all your discussions while you're walking. Okay, so that's the best thing you can do. So you're not away from your work, you're doing your work, but you're also staying healthy. So वो idea का add ना, walk and talk. That's a
Yeah,
wonderful
walk
concept.
and talk, right?
Okay, but otherwise, if for whom you can step out, so 45 minutes is a minimum walk time. Okay, your speed is not important. Just walk comfortably. Your body जैसा उसको comfortable लग रहा है, but walk at least for 45 minutes. That is when the changes happen. So the first half an hour is just kind of warming up of your body. Okay. So when the things start moving, your blood circulation, your muscles, your weight, your fat metabolism is after 45 minutes. Okay. Another good option is the static cycle. Okay, so I don't know if if you have some colleagues in US, but US में काफी ट्रेंड है वर्क फ्रॉम होम. ओके, तो वहां पे लोग अपना जो लैपटॉप्स का एक स्टैंड अपनी साइकिल में फिट करके, so they work from there, so they are on the meeting but they are all cycling. So I think we should all start doing that. So
Yeah,
चेयर हटा दो, साइकिल के ऊपर बैठ जाओ, अपना लैपटॉप सामने रखो and start work. Bizarre idea, but you can do it.
I've seen, मैंने मैंने देखा है काफ़ी लोग ऐसा करते हैं कि
करते
अपने
हैं.
टेबल के आगे स्क्रीन रखा हुआ है, वो कॉल वहाँ
Yes.
से अटेंड कर रहे हैं। I've seen that.
Yeah, it's a very nice way because your body is doing अपना काम और आपका brain अपना काम कर रहा है. So both work simultaneously. It's a very nice thing.
Right,
Okay?
right.
Yoga is, of course, I would say a kind of important thing. So say a 30 minutes if you can manage, wonderful. If you can manage, it's not necessary that you have to do it in the morning. Yoga is something, it also is good in the evening because by evening your muscles are already loosened, right? So you actually kind of save that 10-15 minutes of loosening time, of a warm up time. So yoga in the evening is also good. It's quite good, and it's actually good because दिन भर का जो stress है वो सब निकल जाता है. End of the day योगा करो, फिर अपना आराम से बैठो और throw off all your tensions, whatever you have, So I know सब लोग आपको बोलते हैं ना सुबह 4 बजे उठ के योगा करो. So we have to bring this, it has to become a part of our life. Okay, so it's very important. जैसे भी करो उसको अपनी लाइफ में लेके आओ. So even if it is in the evening, there's no harm. It's actually good. Many more advantages which you do it even in the evening. So don't worry. Anytime is good. Okay. So ऐसे
योगा
ही
से ही होगा।
योगा से ही ओके, पॉलिटिकल नहीं जाते हैं. हाँ, तो
मैंने ऐसे कहीं सुना था।
देखो ब्रीदिंग प्रैक्टिसेस. ओके, मैं सीधा प्राणायाम इसलिए नहीं बोला क्योंकि ब्रीदिंग भी एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट फंक्शन है हमारी बॉडी का. अ, आप अगर याद करो जब आपको बहुत स्ट्रेस होता है, यू ब्रीथ वेरी फास्ट. या एंड व्हेन यू आर स्लीपिंग यू डोंट इवन नो इट्स अ ब्रीदिंग. सो ब्रीदिंग इन इटसेल्फ, तो आपको कोई बहुत बड़ा योगी होना ज़रूरी नहीं है जो प्राणायाम ही करना है. जस्ट सिंपल long and deep breathing. Trust me, it's magical. It does a lot of things. It's your antidepressive, it's an anti-anxiety medicine, it's everything that you can think of. So, deep breathing, simple, slow breathing in, simple, slow breathing out. Okay, that's all you need to do 10 times together, and you can place it 3 times in a day. So whenever you're taking a break, before a meeting, before anything, before a presentation, just do deep breathing. It works beautiful. And before sleeping, so on the bed while lying down, just do deep breathing. Don't do anything else. ठीक है. प्राणायाम अगर सीख सकते हो तो वंडरफुल, बट डीप ब्रीदिंग इज very easy, very important, and you can do it anywhere you are, even in a washroom break. Okay, next. So quickly I'll tell you about so you have a lot of techniques. देखो, meditation, you don't have to be like a sadhu sant and sit for days together. आपके आसपास पत्ते उग जाएं. No. So meditation is anything in which you can just try to focus some. Okay. So you can focus on a teacher who's giving you a command. If you don't have a teacher, on any form of light music, okay, any light mantra. Okay, so meditation is not a rocket science. Anybody can do it. Just take a break for 5 minutes. Play just music, not baby ko bass pasand hai, but some simple flute music, some simple piano music, something which is very calming and soothing, and does not lead you to something. Okay, reading, of course, not on your digital media, so not on that. But if you can read, it's a wonderful thing. I think sanskar we can avoid. We can talk about it later. Okay, so next slide, Ansh. Yes. So positive reinforcement. I was talking about that. So one is what you can do to your family, your siblings, your colleagues. You also get it from your gurus, your teachers, your bosses, your mentors. Okay, but it's not necessary you always get a positive thing. So half the time bosses are for different reasons, in a different portfolio they are. So there is a way of giving a positive reinforcement to yourself. Okay, you can talk to yourself. It's a very important habit. When do you actually sit in a day, just give your 5 minutes for all those things to rush through your mind, whatever that might be, so please give that 5 minutes. End of the day, it's very nice, very good, because you will get rid of all the stresses you have. So just sit end of the day and let your mind talk to itself, and then you can tell ki ha, see, I can do better. I know this is my strength. I know I can do this. I know how to do this. So you can talk to yourself. You don't always need somebody to tell you anything. Okay, not always the external environment is positive. So if you have somebody, wonderful, but if you don't have, then this works wonderfully. Like I said, breathing is a very good way of bringing in positivity. Again, meditation, again, the music therapy that we were talking of. Okay, next slide. I guess this is the last.
Yes.
Yes. No, of course not. Oh, we have to sleep well. How can we forget that? Okay, so what I talked of all before this, तो आपका body जैसा है, तो of course आपका खाना कैसा है. Okay, if you all have heard of sattvic food, tamasic food, and rajasic food. Yeah, sattvic food is the closest to nature. So nature ने जिस फॉर्म में आपको खाना दिया है, उस फॉर्म में अगर आप खाने को लेते हो, और closest is fresh food. अगर आप उस फॉर्म में खाते हो, तो it always gives a lot of positive energy in your body. Okay, that keeps your mind healthy. If all that is fine, then you will definitely sleep well. Okay, you don't have to be tired to sleep well. It's not necessary to sleep well. You have to have a healthy body and a good mind. So all those practices before we spoke works well, but a few mistakes that we do. One of the major one is screen time. So even when we are on the bed, we are still on our phone. Okay, it's ideal to give at least 1 hour break from a screen, any form of screen, laptops, TVs, mobile phones, WhatsApp, whatever. So screen is giving in a lot of nervous problems, and we don't realize it now. We will realize it after 50, but it is giving you a lot of problems. It's not giving you, letting you sleep well, and if you don't sleep well, there are a lot of diseases which are coming, and first thing that gets affected is your heart. So, and of course your work, huh? Don't remember. So you will not get a good appraisal if you're not sleeping well. Okay, avoid sleeping in the afternoon. You feel tired, do some breathing practices, take a light walk. Your body will give out all the toxins it has, and you'll feel fresh. Avoid any kind of serious discussion, any kind of arguments, any kind of decisions after your dinner time. the most important decisions, please don't, I mean, more or less avoid taking it after 9 at least. Okay, take a early dinner. So if you have to still work till 9, please take a good dinner, say about 7, 7:30, 8 o'clock. That will also help you to sleep well. And if you still have some issues, then of course you have relaxation techniques. That's a long kind of thing, but simple relaxation is deep breathing and sleep while doing that. Okay, and of course give some positive reinforcement. So talk to yourself. Say, I need to relax. I'll be able to do my work tomorrow properly. Let me forget about it today and I think about it tomorrow. Simple things, and that, trust me, really helps. Okay. Next slide, Ansh. I think now we are done. Yes.
Yes.
So I think anybody want to ask something? I really went through very fast, I guess, but I'm sure you got a basic idea what we need